So students, our next topic in this chapter is fourth generation languages. Fourth generation languages. First of all, let us read from the book that fourth generation languages are easier to understand and use. They are much easier to understand and use than the previous second generation and first generation languages. Fourth generation language, this type of language consists of human-like statements. They are using English statements in their language in this generation. Those generations provide a user-friendly platform. In this language, they are easier than previous generation. Second thing, English-like statement. Third thing, they are user-friendly. So, now some examples of this type of generations are Ruby, so children in this generation they are easier than the previous generation languages. In this generation, statements are more in English. English-like statement means statements near to humans that easily understandable by humans. This is a user-friendly, easy to understand by the user or a programmer. The example of this generation languages are Ruby, Python and SQL. These are the examples of fourth generation languages. Okay? Children, now we will read about the fifth generation of language. This is the last generation of language. Let us read. This is very high level language. Very high level language. This is very high level language. And good use artificial intelligence. And this is very extremely to develop. Means all technical, all complex calculations and complex programming is done in this type of language. And these are used to create robotic models. In this generation, user create, a programmer create robotic models. This generation language are used for creating robotic models. So what are for AI? That is artificial intelligence. Second is complex programming is done in this type of fifth generation language. Fourth thing, this is used to create robotic models. Now examples of this type of language are Prolog. This Prolog basically stands for programming in logic. Now second example is OX5 and Mercury. These are the example of the different languages used in fifth generation language. Okay? Now children, we are going to study about a new topic in your chapter, that is language translators. Now we will study what are language translators. So language translators are a software program. What are language translators? They are software programs. they are used to translate the instruction from high level to machine level. So they are used to translate the instruction from high level to machine level, so that the instructions given as input to the machine can be easily understandable by the machine, so that it can produce the result in very short time. So it can be executed easily and fast. So there are basically three types of translators. One is compiler, second is assembler, and third one is interpreter. Third one is interpreter. So let us first read about our topic, compiler. Okay? A compiler program changes the entire source code program into object code. A compiler program changes the source code into object code. Source code means the original written program. And the object code, it refers to the output after program is compiled. Okay? A compiler, it is a type of software. In this type of software, it reads the complete program. In compiler, it executes the complete program, and if there is any error, it shows the error. It shows the error. If there is any error, it is shown on the screen. Then the user or the programmer checks the program and make it correct, make the error correct, and he again compile it. He compiles the program till all the error in the program is completed. Till there is any one error, it will not execute and it will not show the result. If it is compiled completely without any error, then it will show the desired result. Then the program will show your result. And examples of compiler-based program languages are C and C++. Examples of compiler-based language program are C and C++. Now, we will study about the interpreter. Our next topic is interpreter. So, all of you look into your book and see about the interpreter. An interpreter translates the program line by line. In this, the program is translated line by line, whereas in compiler, the complete program is being translated and checked and executed. It reads the instruction of one line, check the error. In interpreter, it checks the line, it translates the line and reads the instruction. If there is any error, it shows the error. If there is not any error, it will go to the next line and again check the errors. Till the program is finished, it checks each and every line for the error. And if there is no error at the last, it will execute the program and show the result. The main difference between the compiler and the interpreter is that interpreter, it takes more time than the compiler. It takes more time than the compiler. Why is it so? It is because compiler, it translates and checks line by line, step by step, and it takes time to compile and to interpret and to execute the program. While in the compiler, it checks and translates the complete program and execute the program completely. So it takes less time in compiler than interpreter. Now we will read about the next topic, generation of computers. Our next topic is generation of computers. Children, we already know that there are 5 generations of computers. So we will read about the first generation of computer according to our book. In this first generation of computer, the technology used was the vacuum tube. First generation technology was vacuum tubes. Technology used was the vacuum tubes. These are very large size computer. These are very large size. In the first generation computers were very large and it occupied an entire room. And they were very expensive, handled by many persons at a time, produced a lot of heat. They used punch card. Punch card are the input device to read computer programs. So in first generation languages, the computer size is large. These were the main things that was in the first generation of computer. The technology used was the vacuum tube. This was from 1940 to 1956. This technology was used in 1940 to 56. The size of the computer is very large. It is handled by many people. It is very expensive, takes a lot of space, produce lot of heat, and use punch card. This is the input device to execute a program, to read the program. Now we will read the examples of this generation computer are UNIVAC, and ENIAC. Example of this generation computer are UNIVAC and ENIAC. These are the computers used in the first generation of computers. Is it clear? Now we will see the second generation of computers. In second generation computers, the technology used was transistors. Okay? What name of technology used in second generation? It is transistors. In the second generation computer, transistor replaced vacuum tube. The second generation computer became smaller, faster, cheaper, and more efficient and more reliable than first generation computer. However, these computers still relied on punch card inputs and printouts or outputs. So, what is the change from first generation to second generation computer? Now, vacuum tubes changed to transistor. Vacuum tube changed to transistor. These are smaller in size, cheaper, faster, more reliable. but still so in second generation computers, transistors are used in place of vacuum tubes, but the size of computer is now smaller. They are cheaper than before from the first generation. They are faster than the first generation computers. They are more reliable than the first generation of computer, but still they relied on the punch card for the inputs and printout for outputs to print the output. Now we shall study what changes came in the third generation of computers. What are the different changes what came in the third generation of computer? The technology used in the third generation was the IC. That is integrated circuits. In this generation, ICs were developed. ICs were the mini chips made by silicon material. ICs were the small chips made of silicon. These were made of silicon material. What drastically increased the speed and efficiency of computers. Instead of punch card and printout, user interacted with keyboard and monitors. Listen again. Instead of punch cards and printout, user interacted with keyboards and monitors for input and output. An interface with an operating system for controlling the overall functions of computer. There was a big change in the generation of computer, in the advancement of computer. A big change came in this generation. So listen carefully. In this third generation, ICs were used and increased the speed of the computer. Increased speed, efficiency also increased. Punch card work punch card were replaced by monitors and keyboard. Punch card were replaced by, instead of punch card, programmers start using monitors and keyboard. Also, operating system is used as an interface for the computer. That is the big invention, big change, big advancement came in the third generation of the computer, and it for controlling all the functions of the computer. Is it clear? Okay, students.